Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving deep into this ebook you sent us called Crowdsourcing as a shortcut to Techno Utopia.
Oh yeah, this one looks great.
And, you're all obviously interested in using the power of the crowd to drive innovation.
Definitely.
So let's jump right into the good stuff.
Sounds good to me.
So this book really jumps right into it.
It does.
Connecting crowdsourcing with this human desire to use technology to improve our lives.
Yeah, like who wouldn't want more time for creative pursuits?
Exactly. Less work, more playwright.
Right.
But what I really liked is that this isn't just some fantasy.
No.
It lays out a practical plan.
Yeah, it names 4 key applications of crowdsourcing.
Oh, yeah. What were they again?
Microtasking, crowdfunding, open innovation,
Okay.
and social search.
Gotcha. And they think we can really use these to address challenges like poverty.
And hunger.
Exactly.
And make healthcare more accessible.
It's like we're crowdsourcing our way to a better world. Okay, so the book starts by talking about this philosophical problem.
Oh, right. The porcupine's dilemma.
Yeah, where we want to connect with others.
But it's a little uncomfortable sometimes.
Exactly.
And the author says that crowdsourcing kind of solves that.
Oh, really? How so?
Well, digital platforms, let us collaborate without that awkwardness of like real life interactions.
So the platforms act as like a buffer.
Exactly. Think about open innovation, like
Well,
competing in an online contest
yeah.
feels a lot easier than like presenting to executives in a boardroom.
That's a great point. And I can see that applying to microtasking as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Contributing to a big project by doing these tiny tasks online
Right.
feels less intimidating than like a real job.
It does.
So crowdsourcing platforms create this sense of safety,
They do.
and it lets people contribute without the fear of judgment.
Exactly.
And this is really important for people who feel excluded from like normal work.
Yeah, totally.
So it's not just about saving money.
No.
It's about creating new ways to connect and collaborate.
And contribute.
Right.
Okay.
Enough philosophy.
Sounds good.
Let's get into some examples.
Okay.
The ebook talks about a future powered by social search and augmented reality.
Yeah, imagine walking down the street
Okay.
and your AR glasses are telling you the name of every plant and tree.
It'd be like having a walking encyclopedia.
Exactly.
Or what about this?
Yeah.
You're trying to remember that actor's name?
Uh-huh.
The one from that movie?
I know what you mean.
And instead of like racking your brain,
Right.
you ask your social search app and boom,
Instant answer.
it's amazing.
And it's not just trivia.
Right.
What if you need medical advice
Okay.
or help fixing your car?
Yeah.
Social search could connect you to the right person no matter where you are.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And it's not just about information.
No.
It's about connecting with people who like the same stuff as you.
It is.
Imagine traveling to a new city and instantly having a network of local friends.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay, my mind is blown.
Yeah.
But let's move on to another application.
Okay.
Microtasking.
All right.
So the ebook talks about this scenario.
Uh-huh.
You need money for a project,
Okay.
but instead of asking your friends for money,
Yeah.
you have them do microtasks online.
Oh, that's cool.
And all those little contributions add up.
I bet people would rather do a task than just give money, especially for a good cause.
Totally. And it could go beyond fundraising, too.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like, imagine needing help researching a topic.
Uh-huh.
You could break it up into microtasks.
And crowdsource it.
Exactly. It's like having a virtual army of helpers.
I like it.
Okay, so speaking of armies,
Yeah.
this ebook talks about a nonprofit
Okay.
that uses microtasking,
Huh?
crowdfunding,
Right.
and open innovation
Gotcha.
to address homelessness.
That's great.
Yeah, they use microtasking to raise money,
Makes sense.
crowdfunding for resources,
Right.
and then an open innovation contest to design shelters.
That's amazing. So they crowdsourced every step of the solution.
Yeah, and they came up with this amazing shelter design
Wow.
that was affordable
And sustainable.
and looked good, too.
That's so cool.
It just shows how crowdsourcing can address these huge challenges.
I agree.
It's like a new era of social innovation.
It is.
Okay, speaking of big challenges,
Uh-huh.
this book talks about robots.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we've all seen those sci-fi movies.
Where the robots take over?
Exactly, but this book is more optimistic.
It is.
They say robots can improve our lives.
And make our work easier.
Okay, I'm listening. But we're a long way from robots doing our laundry, right?
Well, that's where crowdsourcing comes in.
Okay, how so?
We don't have to wait for artificial intelligence.
Okay.
We can use human intelligence
Oh, I see.
through microtasking and telepresence robotics.
Hold on, telepresence robotics.
Yeah.
You mean like controlling robots remotely?
Exactly. Like in video games.
Oh, wow.
Imagine a simple robot
Okay.
with a camera and an arm. Anyone with the right skills could control it.
Oh. So instead of super intelligent robots,
Yeah.
we're crowdsourcing the intelligence
Right.
to real people who control these robots.
Exactly.
So many possibilities. Need someone to stock shelves overnight.
Crowdsource it to a robot operator.
Or what if you want to attend a conference on the other side of the world?
Send a robot.
This is amazing. But we have to be careful, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There are downsides to this approach.
Of course. Look, what about the ethics?
Exactly. We have to treat these operators fairly.
Protect their privacy.
Right, and make sure these robots are used safely.
Sure.
It's uncharted territory.
It is.
We need to be careful.
We do.
But I think crowdsourcing can be a force for good.
I think so, too.
We can create a more just and technologically advanced world.
Yeah, crowdsourcing has a lot of potential.
It really does.
It really does. Okay, so we were talking about this fusion of VR and crowdsourcing.
Right, you were saying it's going to like revolutionize how we connect and collaborate.
Yeah, it really could.
Give me the details.
Okay, so imagine this. Instead of just reading about crowdfunding projects online,
Right.
you could step into a virtual environment
Oh, wow.
and interact with the creators.
Okay.
See 3D models of their products.
That's cool.
And even like experience prototypes firsthand.
That would be amazing. Way more engaging than just watching a video.
Exactly.
I could actually like get a feel for the product.
Connect with the creators.
Exactly. So VR crowdfunding could really change how we support these projects.
It could bring back that human element, you know?
Yeah, I get it. But what about social search?
Oh, yeah.
How would VR improve that?
Okay, so imagine this.
Okay.
No more scrolling through endless search results.
Why?
Instead, you enter a VR social search network.
What's that?
It's like a giant interactive library
Okay.
where all the information is like spatially organized
Oh,
and
wow.
visually represented.
So instead of typing in keywords,
Yeah.
I could actually like explore different topics
And connect with experts.
in a more immersive way.
Exactly.
So VR could turn information overload
Right.
into an actual adventure.
Yeah, like an interactive experience.
That's awesome.
Ah.
Okay, but let's get practical.
Okay.
How is VR actually being used to help people?
Oh, in so many ways.
Like what?
Well, one big area is disaster relief.
Oh,
After a natural disaster,
yeah.
they can create VR experiences of the affected areas.
Oh, that's cool.
So aid organizations can assess the damage
Okay.
and plan relief efforts.
Wow. That's so much safer than sending people into dangerous areas.
It is, and
Yeah.
they can even train volunteers remotely.
So they can learn how to help without being in danger.
Exactly.
VR is really changing the game here.
It really is.
But what about those telepresence robots we were talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Where does VR fit in with that?
It could make them way more immersive.
How so?
Imagine using a VR headset
Okay.
to see through the robot's eyes.
Wow, like I'm actually inside the robot.
Exactly. And you can control the robot with your movements.
That would make it so much easier to use.
It would.
So what kind of things could we do with that?
So many things.
Give me some examples.
Okay, well, we could have people remotely controlling robots to do dangerous jobs,
Like what?
like bomb disposal
Wow.
or nuclear cleanup.
That's incredible. No humans would be at risk.
Right, and think about surgery.
Oh, wow.
Surgeons could operate on patients remotely.
Using a robot.
Yeah, controlled through VR.
That's mind-blowing.
You could give everyone access to the best surgeons.
Even people in remote areas.
Exactly.
And it's not just healthcare.
No way.
What else?
Manufacturing, construction, space exploration.
Oh, wow.
We could build houses on Mars with robots.
This is getting a little sci-fi now.
I know, right?
But it's amazing to think about.
It really is.
We could do so much more with robots controlled through VR.
We could.
But we have to be responsible, right?
Oh, absolutely.
What are some things we need to consider?
Well, we need to think about the impact on jobs.
Right.
We don't want to replace all the human workers. We should use these robots to help people not replace them.
Yeah, we need to find that balance.
Between technology and human well-being.
And we need to make sure the AI is fair.
And unbiased.
We're building the future here,
We are.
and we need to make sure it's a good one.
For everyone.
Okay, so we talked about microtasking
Yeah.
and how it can be used with big data.
Right, like the Google Camera Mobile example.
Exactly. What other possibilities are there?
Well, imagine using it to analyze medical images.
Oh, wow.
It could help doctors detect diseases earlier.
So instead of just relying on AI, we're using human intelligence to make sure the diagnoses are accurate.
Exactly. And it goes beyond healthcare.
Okay, like what?
Analyzing satellite images.
Oh, cool.
To track deforestation or monitor wildlife.
It's like a global network of citizen scientists.
Exactly.
Helping to protect the planet.
And here's something really interesting. We could use crowdsourced microtasking to train AI.
Train AI?
Yeah, to make sure it's aligned with human values.
Oh, wow. So we're not just using AI.
No.
We're actually shaping how it develops.
And making sure it's used for good.
It's like we're guiding the future of technology.
In a way.
To create a better world for everyone.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It is.
But we still need to be careful, right?
Oh, absolutely. AI is powerful.
And it could be misused.
It could.
So we need to be transparent.
Ethical.
And always prioritize human well-being.
For sure, technology should serve humanity.
Okay. We've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
VR, telepresence, robotics, AI.
It's a lot to take in.
It is. But it's clear that crowdsourcing is a game changer.
It really is.
It's changing how we solve problems.
And how we work.
And how we think about the future.
It's a whole new way of doing things.
But it's still early days.
It is.
We're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
There's so much more to come.
I'm excited to see where this all goes.
Me too.
But before we wrap up,
Yeah.
let's go back to that idea of Techno Utopia.
Okay.
Is that future really possible?
Well, I think it's important to remember that utopia isn't a destination. It's a direction.
What do you mean?
It's about constantly trying to make the world better.
Oh, I see.
Using technology and compassion.
To create a future where everyone can thrive.
Exactly. And crowdsourcing can help us get there.
It can give everyone a voice.
And empower people to make a difference.
So the future is not set in stone.
It's not.
We can create the future we want.
Through our choices and actions.
And crowdsourcing gives us the tools to do that.
It does.
That's a powerful thought.
It is.
Well, this has been an amazing deep dive.
It has.
But I feel like there's still so much more to explore.
Oh, there definitely is.
This ebook is just the beginning.
It is. The world of crowdsourcing is constantly changing.
So what's next?
Well, the author encourages us to get involved.
Yeah.
Explore the different platforms.
Yeah.
Find projects that you're passionate about. And use your skills to make a difference.
It's about being a lifelong learner.
It is.
Always looking for new knowledge and skills.
Yeah.
And connecting with others who want to change the world.
And remember, even small actions can make a big difference.
Like donating to a crowdfunding campaign.
Or completing a microtask.
Or just sharing your ideas with others.
Exactly. We're all in this together.
Building a better future for everyone.
A future that's more equitable and sustainable.
And more human.
Exactly.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive into crowdsourcing, as a shortcut to Techno Utopia, I keep thinking about how this book connects all these different ideas together.
It does.
Goes from the porcupine's dilemma to virtual reality.
Yeah, it's all connected.
And it shows that crowdsourcing can be so much more than just like a tool.
It really can be.
But it doesn't sugarcoat the challenges either.
No, doesn't.
Like we talk about the need for ethical guidelines.
Right.
And the impact on jobs.
Bias in AI.
We have to be careful with this technology.
We do. It's powerful.
So it comes back to that idea of a techno utopia. Can we really create that kind of future?
Well, I think it's possible.
You do.
But it won't happen on its own.
What do we need to do?
We have to steer technology in the right direction.
Make sure it aligns with our values.
Exactly.
And crowdsourcing can help with that.
It can give power to the people.
Encourage collaboration. So it's not just about the technology.
No, it's about how we use it.
The book makes a good case for crowdsourcing.
It does.
But it also says we're still in the early stages.
We are. There's so much more to discover.
It's exciting. So where do we go from here?
Well, the book encourages us to get involved.
Okay. How do we do it?
Explore the different platforms. Find projects you're passionate about.
And use our skills to make a difference.
Exactly. It's about being a lifelong learner.
Always learning and growing.
And connecting with others who want to make a change.
And remembering that even small actions can have an impact.
Yeah, like donating to a crowdfunding campaign.
Or completing a microtask.
Or just sharing your ideas.
It's all about working together.
To build a better future.
This deep dive has been incredible.
It has.
I've learned so much about crowdsourcing.
It's a fascinating topic.
And I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Me too. There's so much potential.
Well, that's it for our deep dive into crowdsourcing as a shortcut to Techno Utopia.
Thanks for joining us.
And remember, the future is in our hands.
Let's make it a good one.